Good morning and welcome to Torch Talk. My name is Brandy Miller and today we have with us Miss Emily Gerald from Financial Aid and Miss Crystal Shepard. How are you ladies?
We're great. Thank you for inviting us this morning.
Thank you for coming. Okay, so what types of financial aid does Richmond Community College offer? Are there types of funding for the need-based and merit-based? And what about those students in between?
We'll be glad to explain that. We have several types of financial aid. We have federal Pell Grant, we have state grants, we have multiple state grants, and we have scholarships. Scholarships. That's a huge part of what students are awarded here at Richmond Community College. The grants, the Pell Grant and then the state grants, those are need-based grants. So students do need to fill out a financial aid application to qualify for those grants. Some scholarships also require a financial aid application. So we encourage all students to apply. Some scholarships you do not have to fill out a financial aid application, but we do have a scholarship application that students need to complete to apply for those scholarships.
Right. Okay, so what is the total cost of attendance here at Richmond Community College?
Richmond Community College is very affordable. We actually have one of the lowest student activity fees in the state of North Carolina, which we are very proud of. Our tuition is actually regulated by the state of North Carolina, and we are required to charge $76 per credit hour for in-state students, and we are required to pay $268 per credit hour for out-of-state students. Books and supplies, you have to factor that in too. That varies based on class, but that cost is built into financial aid, so we do give you a little bit of extra funding for books and supplies. And then if you don't have enough, please come see us because we do have additional funding to use for books and supplies in our bookstore on campus.
Thank you for that clarification. Okay, so can you discuss the importance of applying for financial aid and applying for those scholarships?
Sure. It's very important. We encourage every student to apply for financial aid and apply for scholarships. Number one, you never know. You might qualify just based on the city that you live in for a scholarship. If you think, oh, my family makes too much money, or oh, I make too much money, again, you never know. Apply for financial aid. It's a free application. It doesn't cost you a thing to apply. It takes 20 minutes or less out of your day to apply, and who knows, you might qualify for a special grant that just comes up out of nowhere that students are eligible for. I know this past year, the state of North Carolina gave us 2 additional state grants that students could apply for that normally students would not qualify for anything. So we are very happy about those state grants that are available. And then scholarships, Crystal can touch on the scholarships a little bit more.
With the scholarships, it's so that we have over 140 scholarships we offer here at the college. And you have to, like Emily said, you have to complete the FAFSA application because we have scholarships that help cover tuition fees, books. Even if you don't feel like you would qualify for financial aid, still complete that FAFSA application. Both the applications is online. Just click of the finger and you'll have access to both of those. And we have a lot of scholarships, from working student scholarships, Student Works or the Family Works, and they don't qualify, so we can help them with working student. And then we have scholarships based upon the program you're in, academics, high GPAs, 4.0 students, the county that you live in. So there's just a big variety of scholarships. So definitely make sure you take the time to apply for those.
Definitely. So if a student is awarded a scholarship, does it affect the amount of financial aid that he or she could possibly be given?
It could, but it very rarely happens. It's literally once in a blue moon thing. So many of our students that apply for financial aid also apply for scholarships, and they get both. And these financial aid, the grants, the scholarships, they're available for fall, spring, and summer. So just remember that if you're awarded a grant for fall and spring, you may get the scholarship for summer.
Right.
Okay, so when is the deadline for the FAFSA submission? What are the consequences if a student doesn't meet the deadline?
We don't have a specific deadline to complete the financial aid application. We do ask that students complete the financial aid application prior to the start of their semester. Because if they don't, that payment's not securing their classes, and their classes can be removed from their schedule. So we encourage students to apply as soon as possible. Also, with the state grants, the earlier you apply, the more likely you are to receive a state grant if you qualify. Sometimes state grants, the funding can be extinguished. So they have a set budget, and when that budget's gone, it's gone. So we encourage students to apply as early as possible, especially for scholarships, because we start awarding those pretty quickly. The financial aid application for the 22-23 school year is currently open. It is available, and we are actually going to start processing those financial aid applications next week. So that'll be for the start of the fall semester.
Alrighty. Okay, so how is work study awarded?
Work study is basically jobs that's offered. A lot of them is on campus. Some of them can be off campus. If it's on campus, the instructor will usually let Patsy Stanley in her area know. You have to complete an application, and then you go through an interview process. And then if you're chosen, you will work. It's a maximum normally of 20 hours a week. And then, of course, we work around your schedule. And then the same thing for off-campus positions, always work around your schedule. It's really good to help students get a little extra income while they're in school if they need it. And it also helps just give them experience so they can have it on resumes and things like that when they get out of college and into the work environment.
Okay, so if a student fails a class, can he or she lose their scholarship? If the student does lose their scholarship, can they regain eligibility?
Possibly. If you just fail one class, it's possible you can still keep your scholarship. We do monitor GPAs at the end of every semester, and to keep your scholarship, you have to carry a 2.0 GPA or higher. But if you lose eligibility, then after the semester that you become eligible again, you get your GPA back up to 2.0, then you will be eligible to apply for scholarships again. You may not get the same one, but you'll still be eligible to apply for them.
Okay, so this is my last question for you ladies. I've heard people mentioning student academic progress. Can you explain what that means?
SAP, S-A-P, Satisfactory Academic Progress. This is a federal regulation that requires students to maintain a minimum 2.0 GPA and 67% completion rate. We look at this every semester. So we look at it at the end of the fall semester, the end of the spring semester, and in the end of the summer semester if a student is enrolled. At the end of every semester, if you've got that 2.0 GPA, 67% completion rate, you have that green light and you keep going. If at the end of that first semester you didn't do so well, the first semester of college was just difficult, the next semester we do give you a warning period. It's similar to a probationary period, I would say, but we still offer you financial aid. You still get financial aid during that warning period, and then at the end of that second semester we review your GPA and completion rate again. If it's below that 2.0 and below that 67%, then you do lose financial aid eligibility. We understand students have extenuating circumstances. If that occurs, come see us. You can appeal the decision that financial aid has been removed from your account. If you've been sick, if you've been caring for a sick child or a sick parent, we understand that. And you can appeal that decision. You can be placed on probation where you do get financial aid again, but we'd always encourage you to come and see us in any circumstance. Come and see us. The other part of satisfactory academic progress is the max time frame. And what max time frame says is that you have more time than you need to complete your program of study. It's 150%. So if your program is a 60 credit hour program, you actually get 90 credits to complete that program and receive financial aid. So we give you time and a half to complete that program. So if you went in your first semester in business administration and you're thinking, this is not quite for me, so you change your program, you can still qualify for financial aid.
Okay. Thank you so much for explaining that. Is there any additional information that you ladies would like to add?
We just encourage students to come and see us. If they don't qualify for financial aid, we still may have a scholarship or some additional institutional funding that's available that we can assist them with. Any circumstances, come see us. We're open. If you need help with your financial aid application, come see us. We have a computer lab right outside of our office. That's what it's there for. It's there to assist students in completing their application. If you have a question about your application, you started it at home and can't complete it, save it, then come see us. We can open it back up and we can help you finish your application.
Right.
And also, if you should experience an emergency of some type, come talk to us in financial aid, because there is a grant out there that's strictly for unforeseen emergencies for our students. We encourage them to come in and talk to us because we are there to help them graduate, get through any financial issues that they're having and help them graduate.
Thank you, ladies, so
Thank you.
much. This has been really fun.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and we'll see you next week.